Hey guys, Coach for the Soul Thursdays at 3 has begun on this Facebook Live. It's a 99% clairvoyant reading. And if you're watching this live, hello, hello, hello. If you are watching this on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to the channel. Please like all my videos. Please leave me a comment, even if it's just hi Bill. I'd like more, please. So that YouTube can use the algorithms to send Coach for the Soul around the planet. For people who need a little bit more coaching for the soul. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, Brenda. How's it going? So we'll see who pops on here. It's going to be might be a short day. Hey, Chris. How you doing? Not sure how long I'm going to be talking today. I'll talk about that in a minute. So we'll see. Hey, Nancy. How's it going? How are you and Charles? Doing good? Hey, Shannon. What's up? Good, good, good. Hey, Chuck, how you doing? Hey, Jody, how you doing? Yeah. Hey, Kathy. Just getting with the flow. Is that right, Kathy? Hey, Laura. Yes, I had a massive uploading this morning into New Energy. So I'm kind of flighty. I'm kind of like spaced out today. So I'm definitely in 5D. So, yeah, so I don't know how long it's going to last today. We'll talk about some things. You know, I'm just going to channel and I might fall asleep on the channel. So, you know, yeah. But yes, this morning about 9 o'clock, all of a sudden, bang, everything just kind of changed. And with the happenings of the last 2 weeks, I can understand what's going on. I can understand why. So we'll talk about that in a minute or two. Yeah, so it's a cloudy, gross day in Detroit. About 65, rainy, gross. Hey, Pratik. What's up, brother? What's up, brother? Yeah, so, and my glasses aren't working that well. My eyes aren't working at all. Hey, Paula. My glasses are not working at all. My eyes aren't working at all today. It's kind of weird. Yeah, it's 5D. I'm kind of like, whoa. Went to the dentist for 2 hours. That didn't help either, so, yeah. So, got my teeth cleaned. Don't want to put on a new crown, but it didn't fit. So, they have to get a new one. So that's been my thing. Yeah, all with this too, right? I'm in that chair and I'm freaking floating, right? It was pretty cool. Pretty wild, but pretty like, what the hell? Yeah. Pratik, energy is wild this week. It is absolutely wild, absolutely wild this week. Last week too. So, and we'll talk about that in about another minute or so. For some reason I'm tired. I mean, I could go to bed right now. That. Yeah. So I think we're going to start because he's ready to go. So, okay. Eclipse energy. Okay. The 14th. Hey, Carmen, which is next Saturday. Okay. There is a solar eclipse somewhere on the planet. I think you can see it on the west coast of the United States. And then on the 28th, there's a lunar eclipse. So this is eclipse month, all right? Like we talked about last week, that it's all a bridge, right? It's from one astrological event to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. So energy goes here and it goes back down. Energy goes here, goes back down. Here, so all those peaks are all eclipses, new moons, the fall equinox, things like that. The winter solstice will have one in the 21st of December. Okay, so so these are all the peaks that are going to go on until the beginning of 2024. Okay, now the past 2 weeks for me have been all kinds of crazy energy. And one of the cardinal signs. So the cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn, okay? If you have any of those as your star sign, okay, your sun sign, if you have them as your rising sign, okay, or which is your ascendant, or you have it as your moon, look and see where all those placements are at in your birth chart, because that's what's going to be affected, okay? So me being the Capricorn, it has been a wild ride. And it's a lot like last year, October the 2nd, when I threw the rocking chair away from my childhood. It's the same energy, okay? And only this is getting us ready for 2024, okay? So when you guys start to fly, because you're going to, right? Make sure that you understand what it is, right? When you're foggy, when you feel like you have something will be protecting the sides of your head, right? Usually, mine's cotton, okay? But my eyes right now are cloud filled, all right? So it's not anything unnatural. It is just that they've raised your vibration into the fifth dimension, okay? And that's going to happen to a lot of you before the end of this year. You'll either touch it or continue on and stay there. But you're going to have to drop down because we're still living in the third dimensional world. The dimensions are splitting, right? So 4 and 5D are up here, 3D's down here. And so there'll still be people down in 3D, but the majority of the planet will be up in 5D by 2026, okay? So it's been, for me, it has been absolutely intense. It's been angry. It's been hurtful. It's been all the things that happened to me last year during that Mercury retrograde in June. No, not in June. Mercury retrograde in September, okay? It ended on October 2nd last year. And that's the day that I threw the chair away. Because it was all filled with energy from my childhood, which I had a tragic childhood. So this time it's about, for Capricorn, it is about relieving what's left that you have not, hey Sherry, that you still have not packed away because it's right at the surface, right? Because all of us are going to be losing and losing, hey Michelle, losing and losing and losing stuff from our past, okay? We're all going to be in that, to be in that place. I'm going to put this on airport mode. Hang on, guys. I forgot to. So it's going to definitely happen, and it's happening now. Just from the equinox to eclipse, okay? And then continuing on through the end of the year. So it's been terrible for me until today, okay? Terrible. And now I'm light, I'm fluffy, and it's all kind of cool and groovy. But something cool happened. 2 things in the last 2 weeks, okay? So I got up on Wednesday of last week, and my iPad was sitting on the counter in the kitchen, and I walked over to it later in the morning. I don't really know what time it was, probably about 10:30, 11 o'clock, and picked the iPad up, right? And on Wednesday, was it Wednesday? No, this past Monday, okay? Because we're on Thursday. This past Monday, okay, I was mad. I was angry. I was irritated. And I had a conversation with Spirit, one of my famous ones, right? A lot of MFs in there, right? And, what are you doing? I don't understand. Blah, 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 right? Hadn't looked at my iPad or anything. I was just venting. And you guys need to vent, right? If you're disappointed in stuff, vent. If you don't know what's going on, vent. They're okay if you vent, because then you get messages. And you guys know that I always talk about social media, okay? If you better have a YouTube feed, you better have an Instagram feed, or a TikTok feed, both, or a Facebook feed. Why? Because of this. When I opened up after my rant, after getting out of the shower, I opened up my iPad to this.
36 hours if you save this audio. You are going to receive unexpected money in the next 36 hours if you save this audio. You are going to receive unexpected money in the next 36 hours if you save this audio.
Now that happened continuously, and I never shut it off. It shut off itself. After my rant, which was about money, and what are we doing, right? What's going on? It's October. What are you doing? Clue me in, right? Well, that was there. Okay. And I went, okay, well, that makes sense. And then got past 36 hours, right? Me being who I am, the bonehead. I would say a-hole, right? But they know me, right? They know everything about me. And I said, well, it's past 36 hours. What's going on? where am I going to make the money at? Don't worry about it. Like my Italian uncle in my ear, right? Don't worry about it, Bill. He's from Jersey, I think, So, Wednesday, a woman called from Hawaii, and I didn't answer the phone because I didn't want to answer it. So I don't know who this is, whatever. Well, she called back yesterday. No, that was Tuesday. She called back yesterday, and I picked up the phone, and she says, "Can I speak to William Hobart?" And I'm like, "This is him." And she goes, "Hi, this is somebody from Hawaii." Just been out of my mind. It's Hawaii Internet or whatever it's called, right? We were wondering if you'd be interested in having me tell you about the service for your halama house that you have. I said, I have not moved yet. I haven't bought the house. She goes, "What?" I'm like, "No, I haven't moved yet." She goes, "Well, you're on our list that you live on Halama Street." I said, "Not yet." She goes, "Oh, well, when you get here, go ahead and if you're interested, give us a call." Okay? So that blew my mind. I was like, okay, you know what? That blew my mind. I haven't bought the house yet. There's no way, humanly, that they would have my name on a list for internet service. See? So that's why I preach, and I do, about having social media. Because when you're getting close to getting what you want, when you get close to, or you need some encouragement from your guides, and you're either blocking them, it's usually the case, blocking them, or you're not allowing yourself to hear them. That's blocking too, but it's different inside, right? Because you're afraid. That's why these can be perfect. Your iPad can be perfect, right? And I always say this to folks. They got to be your best friends, everybody. They have to be your best friends, right? Talk out loud to them, right? If you get a vent. I mean, I've been on this path since 2014, right? And they told me in 2018 that I was moving to Hawaii. Why was it moving? Don't worry about that. Okay, I don't know why I'm going to Hawaii. And then it was Maui. Okay, cool. And then we found the house in Maui. And blah, 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 right? And we thought we were going to move in 2018. No, it wasn't the time. Not 19, 20, 21, or 22. But I believe it's in 2023. Okay? So as you guys allow, doing it anyway, yourself to ascend. Okay? It is good because human gets frustrated. Human needs to know the destination. Okay? And they'll tell you it. Probably on a app. Probably on something because their electricity, their energy. They can go in there and do all those things that they need to do to give you the message that you're looking for. And 90% of the time, for us, it's better. It's better for us to hear it this way than this way. I often talk about how Spirit and I don't really have a lot of conversations about stuff, right? It's not an everyday thing, right? I mean, he might drop one or two words in my head and thinking, okay, what's that? Or, okay, I get it. What's that about? Or why are we doing that? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean, right? Because normally it's for channeling, right? That's what it is. So as you guys continue to ascend, as you all get into upper 4, 5D, and you feel spacey, and you feel like your eyes are clouded, don't freak out. Chimes, right? Don't freak out. They're putting in place before they need you to get you ready for the ascension. Everyone's ascension. Because you're the teachers. You're the teachers. See? So as you start to feel it, be thankful you're not up here all the time because the world is jacked. It is jacked. Just coming home from the dentist, right? Just coming home from the dentist, and I'm still here, right? I'm still in 5D. Happened since 9 o'clock this morning, right? It's weird because you feel like you're floating on a cloud. So you have to watch everything. Because normally I would just drive, right? No, it happened a little bit yesterday too. See? So as that starts to happen, don't freak out because you're going on the path you're supposed to go on, okay? Good meditations are fantastic. They can help you a lot. When you're in this state here, it is just chilling, right? Like I said, I could take a nap and I might do that, right? I don't know. But this is what happens to our bodies, right? Is that we're not grounded. We're floating, okay? And it takes a toll on the body. It makes you sleepy, right? So as you guys do it, because you're going to, okay? Remember this conversation, all right? Now, I talked about the eclipses. This month is going to bring you everything that you want if you ask, okay? The solar eclipse on the 14th, which is next Saturday, and the lunar eclipse is on the 28th of this month, just before Halloween. It is power-packed. Everybody's feeling the energy that is on the planet now, all right? Everybody is. They're either irritable, they're pissed off, they can't speak, they can't think. Everything's kind of jacked, right? Because the energy's infiltrating us and not allowing us to be as usual. Business as usual, Spirit says. Human as usual. So you have to have techniques to understand, slow down, right? Nothing new. Just do your stuff, right? Because as your body becomes accustomed to the energy, and it will, okay, you're going to be in a pretty good state, pretty good place, okay? But you need to let the anger and the frustration just roll with it. Just roll with it, right? Chimes, you can't chase it out. You have to allow it to come out. You can vent all you want to. It's a good thing. Releases the pressure inside your body, right? Especially around your heart. Because right now, heart is everything. Because we're moving into love. 3D is not about love. 3D is about survival. 5D and higher is all about love. See? So all of your baggage, your stuff, will congregate around your heart. Why? Because it's how we feel. It truly is, right? It's when you have a death in the family, your heart breaks. When you break up with somebody, your heart breaks. When your child gets hurt, your heart breaks, right? There's all these things that makes your heart break. And that's just because the emotion goes, it tightens up. It tightens up, it tightens up, right? So let that flow happen, right? Just let it happen. If you gotta cry, cry. A lot of people are releasing centuries of energy this month alone. Like I've said, like Spirit has said, they're getting us ready for 2024. The challenges of 2024 are going to be immense. They're going to be huge. Because everything is shifting, everything is changing, everything is moving forward, right? And we're all part of that. And other people won't know what the hell's going on, right? People at work, oh my gosh, I can't even think anymore. I can't really see very good. Oh, do anybody else doing that? Like they just did on here a minute ago. You know, yeah, I've got the headaches too. Headaches are part of it. Why? Because the energy is affecting your brain. And probably not drinking enough water. Like I said, you gotta drink spring water. You gotta drink gallons at a time, right? You gotta drink it. Because as a clairvoyant who has done psychic fairs, right? It's exhausting. It is exhausting, right? And it takes all the water out of your body. Because you're higher vibration, you need more water. So everybody here, everybody on YouTube, right? You gotta drink more spring water. Spring water is the best. There's another one, alkaline's good too, but it has all the substances out of the ground. Okay? That's good stuff. Because it's usually spring water. Okay? So the more that you go up in ascension, the more water you have to drink. You pee a lot. That's okay. That's okay. Because that's part of the reversal process of damage in our bodies, is water. Is water. Okay? So these two eclipses and further out to the winter solstice, right, are pivotal to our transformation. Yeah. And not trying to control it, not trying to change the narrative, Spirit says, to try to set it to our agenda, right? Because there's a lot of times human will say, no, I think I can do this right here. Well, stop thinking, number one. If you're thinking, no, that's the problem, is you're interjecting your energy into what they're guiding you to do because of the way that you feel. Now, if you know that you've used this meditation before and it worked pretty dang good, try it and see, right? Try it. But if it doesn't clear you like you need to be cleared because you've still got the gunk inside of you, the energy which is sad and unavailable and not thinking you're not worthy of anything, love, but whatever it is, because all those feelings come up from centuries ago, right? Because that's who we were. We didn't expect anything. We barely got to 40 years old, right? So all those feelings are tucked inside your body this lifetime, and they loaded them in. You did too, right? Because you're going to expel them in this lifetime. So give yourself a break. Right? You're not going crazy at all. It's just they're using their energy to infiltrate us to the point of our body going, okay, what's going on? Or it is they've led you to this point, right? Like Spirit always talks about the Hansel and Gretel effect, right? They put shiny little things in front of your face so that you look at the shiny little things. All kinds of memes, all kinds of cool stuff. YouTube videos, all kinds of stuff, right? Cool stuff on Instagram, cool stuff on TikTok, just to have the mind occupied as you walk your path. Then one day you come out of it and go, okay, how did I get here? What is this about? I think we need to go back home. Well, guess what? The squirrels ate your bread. That's how they get us to where they gotta get us to go. Okay, they've been pushing me since 2018 without a plan that I could see. They knew the plan, right? My soul knows the plan, but as they tugged me and pushed me and grinded me into the process, it sucked. I will be honest with you, transformation sucks to the human. I don't know one person who transformed, oh, it's just lovely, I love it. No. But I'm an old-ass Capricorn, right? 12,000 years of lifetimes, right? So I got lots of stuff inside my body. And it makes sense. Makes total sense. And usually the hardest stuff is last. I went to quantum healing this week and had a roundabout session with Brenda. And I'll tell you what, wow. All about, I've always been this people pleaser, right? Came from my mom, and I love her, but, right? It's the way it was. And who took care of that? Billy did, right? So I was the good child. I was the perfect child. I was everything like that, right? Because I had to be. It's the third boy, right? And then my poor sister. So we have to look at those things, right? Of being a people pleaser, of allowing people to walk on us, allowing people in a situation where you think that you don't matter. We all have those times in our past. We all do. It could be with our parents, right? Our parents are jawing at us, right? that we didn't do something right or we didn't do something wrong, blah, 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 whatever they did back in the day. My parents did that. My mother did that a lot, right? So that energy infiltrates us. And what do we do? Because we don't know what else to do with it, because God forbid we teach our children how to deal with emotions, how to speak correctly, how to actually let their feelings out that doesn't offend anybody. We do that when they're tiny, but we don't do that when they're 4 years old or 5 years old or 6 years old. We change, right? Because we still have baggage from our childhood that we did never take care of. So we're teaching our children same thing that we were taught. Don't show emotion. Like my father always said to me, my gosh, William, you are my emotional child. Oh my gosh, you're so emotional. Of course I was. Empathic, clairvoyant, psychic, dead people with mediumship. I'm like 8. Well, yeah, hello. So as we go forward, right? As we go into this beautiful place that we're going to remember from 12,500 years ago or more, back into 5D, we will be able to much easier for us to move up into 6D, 7D, up to 12D, right? Depending on where they're going to lead us, right? How everybody's already been programmed. How our ancient DNA gets activated, right? And all of a sudden we know all kinds of cool stuff from the past. Yeah. It's all in the process of happening now. It's all in the process of happening now. And that's what this energy is all about. So as we get to the end of the year, baby, be ready for 2024, because it's going to be electric, Spirit says. It's going to be electric. And all of us are going to know more. All of us are going to be, quit playing with my nose. We're going to know more. We're going to see more. We're going to feel more. We're going to see the masses shift. And as you can see around the world, there's some crazy stuff going on that will all start to calm down in 2024, 2025, right? Spirit keeps saying, just stay positive, just stay positive, just stay positive as much as you possibly can. But for me, because I'm a Pisces moon in my birth chart, right? Which is water, emotion. And Capricorn is very, very interesting because we shelter in place, right? We cocoon easily because we don't like the energy on the outside world. The blessing is I have one person that I live with, right? There's not a bunch of people in my house. So it's not a bad thing, although that energy can be pretty bad sometimes. He's trying, but it can be pretty bad. And he's trying really hard to not be that energy. Because he's clairvoyant too. So I'm blessed with that. But I know other people that are not blessed with that have children, that have all kinds of people in the house, parents, whatever, and they can't have that time alone. They can't have that time by themselves. And it's hard. It's very, very, very hard. Because for me, I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to look at anybody. I barely go to the grocery store, right? I just want to be left alone. And that isn't a bad thing psychologically either, because you're sitting in what you're letting go of. You're letting it go. You're letting that go, right? You might not think you're letting it go, but just in the past 2 weeks, for me, probably a week and a half, it's been just boom, boom, just, oh my gosh, it's been so difficult, just like last year, before October 2nd. See? And I know what that is. I know what that is from them, right? It's Bill, it's okay. Bill, we're just letting go of. And I'm letting go of being a people pleaser, which is very hard to do. Very hard to do. I'm 63 years old, almost 64. I've done this my entire lifetime. And it benefited me very, very well. I made a lot of money off people I was selling stuff. I was selling stuff to in the shoe business, right? In the clothing business at Saks Fifth Avenue. So that attention made a big difference. My energy made a big difference. And that's what all of us will have going forward, is that will you be bright and shiny all the time? No. In 5D, pretty much. We're not there yet, right? So you're going to have those good days, bad days, and you'll start having more good days and a couple of bad days. And then as we go further into 2026 and beyond, for us, it's going to be golden. It's going to be golden. Going to be golden. And that's what this journey is all about, is now. Don't allow people to yap at you about stuff, okay? Don't take on anybody's energy if you possibly can, because people are going to, third dimensionals, right? 3Ders, I call them, are going to want to infect you with everything that they believe about what's going on the planet. Don't do that. You could believe that. Don't do that. Believe that your spirit guides, your guardian angels, they know the path, right? And as you move forward, you're going to see everything that you believed might be wrong, but it might be true. We don't know. See? We don't know. We can't even see, Spirit has said, human right now can barely see outside of where they live. Truly, right? Because of what goes on in here. Right? And so it is so very important that as we go through this journey, that we sequester ourselves, right? That's why when people start their journey, they say, Bill, I'm really lonely. My friends, that's the way, my family, that's the way it is. Because they need us to be separate going through our struggle, because those people will not understand what you're talking about. They won't. Especially if you're over 40 years old. Probably 35 years old. Yeah, probably 35. Because there's usually one per family, maybe, and then maybe one or two more join you. My sister's going through hers now. Never thought she would. But her husband died May 4th, right? After 30 years of leukemia. So that was a huge, just, oh my gosh, he's gone. He died in 4.5 months. Boom, just like that. So that kicked off her ascension. Because he was her plug in the drain. Trust me, he was. I loved him to death, right? He was my brother. And knew him for 28 years. But yeah, now she is, again, it's only been 5 months, I think. She's going through the process, 5 months today, I think. Yeah, 5 months today. Is going through the process of healing, right? It's going to take a long time. But you will see in your family that more and more people join you. Or not. And you can't bring them with you. Can't. Everybody's journey is everybody's journey. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Okay? So let me see if there's anything else. I think he's done. Like I said, it might be a short one today. Let me see. Yeah, he's done. He says, we need to rest. I'm like, okay. Nothing else? He goes, no, nothing else. So anyway, guys, I'm running a special on readings. If any, I advertise it from the emails and things like that. Hours are now $130 and half hours are now $120, now $100. Okay. That's a pretty good deal. So you get $25 off each, which is pretty awesome. So it's going to be until to the 12th, I believe. It ends on the 12th. You gotta use them by the 15th, I think. I may extend that. Depends on what happens in my personal life, right? The Spirit keeps saying it's going to be that the move's going to happen really fast. The move's going to happen really, really fast. So and I think that too. Because something else happened last week, guys. Sorry, I'm going to go back there because Spirit just said, wait a minute. I have beautiful plants in my house, right? And some are 15 feet tall. I have vaulted ceilings. And I've had them some for 35 years, right? And every time I think about it, Spirit says, don't worry about it, it's taken care of. Like, okay. Before I used to be like, oh my God, Spirit, what's it going to be? Blah, 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 blah. You're like, it's okay, Bill, fine. But lately, probably this year, I'm like, okay, Spirit, the plants. He goes, Bill, it's all taken care of. Well, last week on Wednesday, it's so interesting. I got home from what I was doing, and I opened up my laptop, and my friend Venus was talking about houseplants, and she was blah, 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 on there, and she goes, if anybody has houseplants, can you guys put down blah, blah, blah. And I went, yeah, I've got some 15-foot trees. I have vaulted ceilings and da-da-da-da. She goes, and then she texted me. She says, well, Bill, can you send me pictures of them? I'm like, sure. So I sent her pictures of all my plants. I probably have 12 or 13 of them. One's 15 foot, one's probably 12 foot. Other one over there is about 11 feet. And these I have a big, huge jade and things like that. So we were chatting back and forth, right? And she goes, well, if you ever want to get rid of any of them, if you don't have room or whatever, if they grow to whatever, I'll take them. I said, well, I can't take them to Hawaii. She goes, oh. I'm like, yeah, I know I'm moving soon. She goes, well, Bill, I'll take all of them if you want me to. I have southern exposure. I said, well, I have southern exposure. So it's the perfect thing, and they took care of that too. See? So as you do your work, as you go through your ascension, as you do all of the things they want you to do, like I told Spirit on Monday, I've done everything you've told me to. Everything. Everything. Where's the prize? It's been 5 years, going on 6. Where's the prize? You can't ask me to do all of this and it be down there. And that's when the recording on my iPad, Venus taking the plants. Yeah. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. Lady calling from Hawaii about internet service on Halama Street. Okay. Right? So that's why the more that we do here, and the more that when we're feeling what we're feeling, we go, Spirit, what is that about? What is that about? Right? I don't understand. Right? Do some quantum healing with Brenda if you can. It's worth it. It's truly worth it. She will change your life in 2 hours. In 2 hours. Yeah. So anyway, guys, namaste. Book readings if you want to. If you would please, I'm going to put this on YouTube in about 10 minutes. Go over there and like the video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Things are changing fast. And they're going to change extremely fast for you guys too. So don't freak out. Okay? Document everything. Dreams, conversations, whatever. Document all of it, because guess what? When you get in 5D, you won't know anything. Okay? Your brain will be bzzz. That's okay. That's okay. So see you next Thursday at 3 o'clock. Coaching for the Soul. See you guys.